Hey guys, so an update on my on my condition. Yeah, I had like a little cyst in my mouth, on the roof of my mouth. It has gone away. My tonsils are getting better, and now my vocal cords just have to clear up. Like I'm sure you can hear, I sound more masculine than I normally do. I'm saying that because I am a girl, born a girl, raised a girl, identify as a girl. Yeah, I sound more masculine. Like the other day, I think Thursday ish. No, no, not Thursday. By the way, anyway, this is like the closest to my actual voice I have been all week. And this morning I sound like Hortensia the cat, high on catnip. I had to say it like that, otherwise, this video might get taken down. Anyways, so on this update of my condition, I'm doing a little better. Been able to get more sleep. Took a bunch of cough drops and I can't speak. Sebacool drops. Yeah, that stuff tastes nasty after a while. But yeah, this is the best my voice has been. I have to keep my voice low because if I bring it up a little higher, then my voice starts to cut out a little, and I don't like this. This ain't my voice. This is back to that Hortensia voice I was telling you all about. But yeah, this is like the closest I've been to my real voice. You might start to get some voice contents because I'm able to unlock new voices. Like right now, if I tried to do Klaus's voice, he sounds all congested and everything. Like he has a stuffy nose, which is the funniest thing I've ever done. And I might be able to do a more solid Andy voice, but I have one voice that we all know will never go away.
Of course, this voice will never go away, and I think my raspy voice right now is actually making this voice a lot more easier to do.
Yeah, Felix's voice will not go away.
I've just now been able to do somewhat of my melody voice. I mean, it kind of sounds more like Nifty, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Getting there. Soon I'll be able to do Melody and Ruka and all of them. Including my really high-pitched voice, Winter. I can't even do my deepest voice because of how, congested my voice sounds. So, this is the highest I can go.
And this is the lowest I could go. This is like my Klaus voice right now. It sounds very congested. And when my voice is like this, I cannot do my British accents very well. So, I sound like Klaus if he were to have a stuffy nose or congestion. Congestion. I cannot speak. Anyways, this has been the best I've been feeling all week. I can finally swallow without pain, so there's that. Tonsil, still a bit red. Another year they're not removed. Because doctors say they have to be swelling up 4 times a year for them to be removed. How about the first 3 times where I literally almost died due to lack of oxygen because my tonsils almost closed up my airway in the middle of the night? Yeah, the 3rd time my tonsils got really bad, which was the 3rd time they swelled up, I was, body numb. I was basically showing signs of, a heart attack or something. Literally, to get me from... This was when I lived in, a trailer house, so the bedroom I was sleeping in is on the other side of the room, other side of the trailer from my parents' room. I was sleeping in my little sister's room because they both slept on the same bed, so I just took one of their beds and slept on it. Because back then, me and my older sister shared a bed. Yeah, you try getting a 20-something-year-old and a 20-something-year-old, a 21-year-old to share a bed with a twin-size bed with a 12-year-old. Yeah, I was always scrunched up against the wall. I barely had any space. So I just slept on a pallet on the floor. But, yeah, that night, my throat hurt a little, and I thought it was just because I slept with my mouth open, because I was literally sleeping on the floor. So I went and slept on the other bed in my little sister's bedroom, which was just right next door to my room. And, in the morning, it was, about 1 in the morning. Now, I vividly remember this. It was, 1 in the morning, and excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. It was about 1 in the morning, and I woke up because I felt like something wasn't right. Like, I felt something wasn't right. And I tried to get up. I was, like, on my back. I know it wasn't sleep paralysis because I didn't see no demon or anything. So I called for my sister. Let's just call her Tori. I was like, Tori, Tori. And my voice was, like, very swollen.
It was like this. It was more like Felix's voice if he was being strangled.
Yeah, it was more like that. And she had the TV on, too. And then we had my little sister's TV on at the same time. So I was literally trying to strangle scream to my sister. Now, one thing, she's known for pulling an all-nighter, playing games. And luckily she was. And when she was going to the bathroom, I called for her. She saw me and she was like, okay, so I'm just going to use, like, Kat as my name. She said, hey, Kat, what's wrong? You alright? I was like, I just tried to shake my head, and she knows I was not moving much of my body at all, which is strange because I have ADHD, so I'm a ball of energy. Sorry. And, yeah. Needless to say, our parents were woken up because she tried to help me up to get me to our parents. And when she noticed I was, like, dropping to the floor, just getting off the bed, she picked me up and called for my parents, like, yelled for them. We were in about the living room. After the living room, so you have, like, the bedroom I was in, the hallway, the living room, which was a big living room. Then we had the kitchen. Then we had my parents' room. So she was, like, hollering for them, saying, now, my mom is her stepmom. So she called my mom's name. I'll just call her Mom. Anyways, she said, Mom, Dad, Kat is having issues. She needs help. So my mom came out and my dad came out. My sister had sat me on the couch and my parents asked, what's wrong with her? And everything. And at the time, my mom was studying to be a medical assistant. She dropped out of college. Anyways, she still had some of her medical stuff from when she was in college. And she said, take her to my room. Come on, get her up, let her go to my room. The second my sister got me up, she hit her arm on something, and she kind of, like, dropped me or, like, lost grip on me. And I just basically almost collapsed to the ground. Like, not like a small faint then drop, like, sack of rocks hit the ground. I was probably about 12, 13 at this time. This was, like, the closest to death I've ever been. Like, my vision was kind of, like, blacking out and everything. My parents, who were, like, certified CPR people, because my dad was a firefighter once and my mom having her medical stay, they were worried. Like, they were worried because I was showing symptoms of, like, a heart attack or something, which is not right for a kid my age. And anyways, so my dad was just like, take her to the ER. Now, keep in mind, at this time, we lived in a small town, Humansville, Missouri. The nearest ER, or actual hospital, that is a little check-in clinic, or, like, the nearest place that was open, was 15 miles away. It was either 15 miles or 15 minutes. No, 15 miles. It was 15 miles away, Bolivar, Missouri. I was quite frequent at that due to tonsils. Anyways, they picked me up. My sister and my mom picked me up, put me in the back seat of the car. I was, like, laying down in the seat. They strapped the middle seat belt on me to keep me from rolling around. And the whole time, my sister was just like, hey, Kat, stay awake. Come on. You need to stay awake, okay? We can't risk you falling asleep. Because for the most time, I was conscious, but I was, like, very tired because it's probably about almost 2 in the morning now. I don't know, because I think it was, like, 1:30 when I woke up. And so, needless to say, I know I didn't black out, so we got to that ER pretty quickly, because it was, normally it's probably about a I'd say 15, 20-minute drive. My mom made that drive in almost under 10 minutes. Because I'm her oldest, and I'm like her very important priority. Like, she cares about my sister too, but that girl had also survived a coming to God meeting too. A very bad car crash, which I won't get into that. Anyways, my mom had my sister pick me up, and like, I don't remember being in the hospital, but I do remember like laying down in the car and all that. I think I like blacked out or something, but I know I was back home in the morning. I don't, basically that's all where my memory cuts off, but I remember having to take medicine and all that. And this was before the summer when I went down to Louisiana to go to my aunt's house, my dad's aunt's house. And I remember I had to take penicillin, antibiotic, not biotic. And yeah, and the medicine came down with me. And I remember my cousin saying, "You have to take this batch? What happened to you?" My aunt filled him in saying my tonsils swelled up. And he was like, "They put you on some strong stuff for a kid your age." So yeah, I was kind of like worried. Like, I was like, okay. Anyways, because he had an app that tells him like what kind of pill it is and all that. So, yeah, needless to say, my mom now keeps medicine for like when I start getting a sore throat. And my dad avoids me like the plague when I get a sore throat. Like, all week he's been avoiding me like the plague because he basically never gets sick. And so when I got sick on a few occasions, and I like loved up on him like how a sick child normally loves up on their parents, he would get sick, but he got like 5 times worse. Like, it would leave him in bed. That kind of bad. So ever since then, he avoids me like the plague. Today I asked him like 5 times if I could get a hug, and he was like, "Are you still sick?" I was like, "Yeah." Then my answer is no. Okay. Another time, like, like earlier today when he came into my room, because we have an issue with my little sisters. They keep taking batteries out of each other's remotes for their TVs. He came into my room to mark my remote and the batteries in it. And while he did that, he had his shirt over his nose because I basically hibernated in my room. This is like the only time where they let me hibernate in my room. Like, the only times they let me hibernate in my room is when I get sick. And my dad also avoids me when I get sick because basically if I get sick, he's basically the next one to get sick. It's kind of funny. I'm kind of like his favorite daughter because my first word was flat out, "Dad!" Yeah, from then on he learned, don't underestimate me. That was a fun story I'll save for another day, but yeah. Anyways, I am doing better. There's a story about how a similar case like this almost took my life. Like, I don't know if it almost took my life, but I know I do not remember a lot of it, and that was probably like one of the worst cases I ever had of this. Like, I felt so numb and weak. It was unreal. I never felt like I had no bones or muscles in my body, and I was just a sack of jelly. Like, I can't believe it. Like, if you guys can't believe it, okay, I respect you, but, like, I honestly couldn't believe it, even though it happened to me. Like, I had a lot of incidences, sure, but, yeah, this was honestly, like, one of the worst medical things I ever had happen to me, besides falling out of a tree and basically shattering my right arm in 15 different places. Another story for another day. Anyways, yeah, So, an update on my condition. I'm doing better. I'm able to speak more. I've been selectively mute throughout the days. Tuesday, I really got to learn how my OC River feels because she's born mute. But, yeah, honestly, I ought to tell you guys about Tuesday. That was chaotic as even though I have a deaf and mute OC, I have broken sign language. Like, I actually learned sign language for these OCs. Just see how dedicated I am to them. So, yeah. Broken sign language, me just pointing at everything like a child, me trying to, like, mouth what I'm trying to say and everything. Yeah, Tuesday was fun. I'll tell you about Tuesday eventually if you guys want me to. But, yeah, that was basically everything. And I am feeling much better. I'm drinking lots of water. Because I know you guys are probably going to be like, you should drink lots of water. I am drinking lots of water. Even though I normally don't, I am drinking lots of water. Like, I have my water bottle right here sitting by my bed. It is about a third empty. Just to make you guys happy, I'll take a little drink right now. Not like drinking out of a bottle that makes you feel like a vampire because you have to bite it first before you can drink. Anyways, yeah. So I'm doing good. Basically, me from being sick and very tired, that's why I haven't made any videos besides some of those edits. And Wattpad isn't even getting a lot of updates either. Not just because I'm writer's block, like, I keep saying, I'm gonna do this, and then I just straight up don't do it. So, you have an update on my condition. I am doing better. I'm able to speak in a voice that's more like my own. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys are doing good too, because I haven't really been getting a lot of comments here recently, so I'm checking in on you guys like how you're checking in on me if you're watching this. This week has really been fun. I missed 2 days of school, so let's see. That's some modern U.S. history I need to make up. That's some forensics I need to make up. I don't have much to make up in art. I know in forensics we were going to have a test on the first day that I got sick. And on Friday we were going to have a math test in my algebra class. I let all the teachers know that I was not feeling good and all that. And, like, they know, most of them, because my forensics teacher, she was absent for a few days, most of them knew I was, like, mute for a day. And my band teacher, who is honestly like a second mother to every kid she has in her class, when I used my computer to communicate, because I, like, typed on doc what I was saying, and I told her, like, I was mute for a day, I couldn't speak because of my sore throat, she was like, oh, Kat, like, oh, wait. If you have a sore throat, you shouldn't be here, right? You're sick. Like, I kind of, like, shook my head, and I, like, nodded my head and shook it side to side by, like, a, yeah, but I'm here anyways. She's like, just try your best. Because I play trumpet, and I'm, like, one of the best trumpets when it comes to, like, things where we sound really brassy. She said, just try your best. Math was kind of easy because, like, if I forgot how to start a problem, I wrote, how do I start this? Put an arrow towards the problem, raised to my hand, and just had my teacher look at it, and he would just be like, okay, so first you're going to do this and this. Like, he knows I have conditions and helps me. So, yeah, this week has been chaotic. Anyways, see you guys, and I'm doing good.